Hi, this is John Leslie, a Sedona landscape designer, and we are 3 days into a new Japanese garden here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I just kind of want to walk you through the beginning stages of the construction. We've placed most of the boulders that were tagged and selected, and these are still yet to be placed into the garden, but this is the main entrance to the garden. The Japanese garden area is a partial backyard and side yard. It's a kind of an extreme exposure, south exposure plus west, so the sun and the plant materials is kind of an important factor in the design of the garden. But here we are looking at the gateway structure, which is also called a torii in Japanese. This is a symbolic passageway leaving the mundane materialistic world and entering the more spiritual world of the Japanese garden. In this case, it's a Japanese tea garden because there is an existing authentic tea house that has been built on the property. So I wanted to incorporate the existing structures that were designed around the tea garden and the tea house, but yet there was no actual garden in place, and so that's why I came on to the scene and was engaged by the clients to design and build this new Japanese tea garden in Scottsdale, Arizona. And here we are looking at the bamboo panels. These are 1-inch bamboo pole fencing that are all tied together with a pretty thick galvanized wire that will allow us to hang them up against the rear wall, and we'll get to that later. But along this side yard here, we're going to have a stepping stone pathway, also called the Roji pathway. And there'll be trees that will create an overhead canopy that'll give this area a little more shade and be a little more delightful to walk through on the way to the waiting area, which is that structure that we're looking at right there. Now here's the pond. We're going to do a dry pond. We've cut out this basin. We place surface select boulder granite rocks around the perimeter. And we're going to have quarter-minus granite down at the base, which will be flat, symbolize the ocean. And we'll use river rock that was on-site existing. Here's the stockpiled river rock that we're going to put back and intersperse with the natural surface select granite. And this fellow here is working on a sloped area, which will be a beach effect. So we'll have river rock that will feather in from the natural land area, the upper grade, where the pathway is, down into the ocean, symbolic of a beach. Okay. All right, now we're looking at the Karuten garden, which is a dry garden in Japanese. This is half built. As you can see, we've got the mountains symbolizing, and the sea, ocean, which we haven't finished the grading there. That'll be flat, and we'll have quarter-minus gravel. It'll be very flat. Behind that block, on the block wall, we'll put the bamboo fencing that we just saw. And we'll have river rock down here in the swale area. And here we're looking across. That structure across the way is the actual tea house that will look out onto the tea garden. We'll have a pathway leading to the tea house. It'll come across this bridge and over into the waiting area. And the walkway will continue around the outer perimeter of the garden and meander back out from the main entrance, the torii. So that's just a summary of what we've got going right now. We'll continue with more construction progress in the next couple of days.